Hi, welcome to 5 Minutes of Torah with the BI Rabbi. I'm Rabbi Adam Stein. Hope you've all had a good New Year and hope your Yom Kippur went well and the beginning of Sukkot. It's now in the middle of Sukkot, Chol HaMoed, the intermediate days like we have on Pesach. So the greeting is Modim L'Simcha. The traditional reply to that is Chagim Uzmanim L'Sason, but it's a lot to remember, so it's okay if you just say Chag Sameach. So Chag Sameach. Anyway, I hope you're enjoying Sukkot and hope you've had a chance to come by our Sukkah at Shul. I want to share with you something really interesting that I found last week, and I shared a little bit of it on our first day of Sukkot services as we were waiting for someone to find a book from the sanctuary to bring into the chapel. And it's an article that I found, it's actually a book review about a book, maybe a slim volume, maybe 150 pages or so, about the etrog. And the subtitle of the book is something like How a Chinese Fruit Became a Jewish Symbol. And I was intrigued by the title of the article and the title of the book because I hadn't known that the etrog is actually from China, or at least according to this researcher who wrote the book. And the book isn't too long. If I find it somewhere, maybe it'll just be a couple days of a read. But the book review, the article, is actually quite long. So I'm going to try to summarize it a little bit. What essentially happened, according to this guy's research, Daniel Moster, I think David Moster is his name, is that first of all, it's a little vague in the Bible what exactly the etrog is. It's more clear what the myrtle and the willow and the lulav are. But the etrog, it says pre-Eitz Hadar. So that could be a variety of things based on those three words. It could be fruit of the beautiful tree. It could be a beautiful fruit tree. It could be beautiful fruit trees, fruits from beautiful trees. So we're not exactly sure. I'm going to try and show you this on my iPad. Hopefully it won't make those lines like it does sometimes when you record a screen. But this is a Samaritan sukkah, and they have lots of fruits, lots of beautiful fruits, or lots of beautiful fruits from beautiful trees. Okay, so that's how they interpreted it. The Samaritans were slightly different than Jews, but it turns out as the etrog started in China a long time ago, well before the year zero, a few hundred, maybe 500-600 years before that, it went through India. And then from India it went over into, as the Persian Empire became in charge of the grand region there, it came into Israel as the Persians were running Israel, you might say. And then the Persians set up these like garden paradises, sort of like Van Dusen gardens around their empire. And one of those garden paradises was in Ramat Rachel, where just in East Jerusalem right now, or sort of East Jerusalem, near Talpiot, where Ramat Rachel kibbutz is now. And in these paradises they had all sorts of beautiful things, plants and flowers and trees, including, from archaeological digs, varieties of the etrog. So it seems like the Mishnah, our code of Jewish law from the year 200, when Jewish law first started to be written down, the basis for the Talmud. So the Mishnah and some other ancient Jewish texts started focusing in on the etrog as the pre-Eitz Hadar, the fruit of a beautiful tree of choice for Sukkot. But an etrog doesn't always look sort of like a lemon. It turns out there are many varieties of these, and I'm thinking that maybe next Sukkot I'm going to come to Shul with an etrog that looks like this. This is the Buddha's hand variety of etrog. Lissa Weinberger, Rabbi Infeld's wife, said that she's seen these actually at Kin's produce market. So. Or at some of the exotic produce markets that we have sometimes in town. So it looks like 15 bananas sort of fused together. Anyway, so to me it's just a really fascinating, whether the research all bears out historically, it seems like it does, but a really fascinating example of how studying history can be very important and can meld with our traditional understanding of Judaism, that the Torah said one thing. Maybe the Torah was clear about what it meant, but maybe we didn't exactly know, so we had to figure it out, and we zeroed in on this one particular thing. So I wish you a wonderful Sukkot. As Sukkot ends on Sunday night, Monday, Tuesday, we have some great events coming up. So Shmini Atzeret will be Sunday night, Monday. We'll have regular evening services at 6 p.m. Sunday. Monday morning, Shmini Atzeret Yantif services at 9:30, just like on a Sunday or stat holiday or Jewish holiday. And Monday evening, Party with the Torah, our Torah challenge. We have Rabbi Infeld's famous somersault challenge and a bunch of other challenges, and dancing around with the Torah. That's Monday evening for families and everyone of all ages. And then Tuesday morning, we do it all over again with the dancing, and then we have many, many aliyot, so everyone can get a chance to say the blessings over the Torah. We end the Torah, we start over once again. So hope to see you there. Chag Sameach.